greatest danger to the lion is not the hunter. The hunter is honest. The hunter carries a gun. The hunter stands upwind. The hunter declares his intent with every snap twig and every scent of gunpowder. You can see the hunter. You can fight the hunter. You can kill the hunter. No. The greatest danger to the lion is the parasite that lives within the mane, the thing that is close enough to whisper, the thing that feeds on the blood while praising the roar. We are entering the year of the fire horse. We have established in our previous briefings that this is a year of high voltage visibility. It is a year of the solar flare. For those of you who carry the archetype of the sovereign, the Leo, the leader, the CEO, the public figure, the head of the household, this year promises you a spotlight. The fire horse energy is magnetic. It amplifies charisma. It amplifies the self. In 2026, you will feel a surge of power. You will feel that you are finally being recognized. You will feel that the world is finally ready to listen to your vision. You will see the numbers go up. You will see the audience grow. You will see the influence expand. But you must understand the physics of gravity. As your mass increases, so does your gravitational pull. And gravity does not discriminate between those who wish to serve the kingdom and those who wish to eat the king. This is a strategic briefing on the courtier. In the history of empires, more dynasties have fallen from internal betrayal than from external invasion. Caesar was not killed by the Gauls, he was killed by Brutus. Robespierre was not killed by the royalists, he was killed by the convention. In 2026, with the malefic planet Saturn transiting the sign of Aries, the sign of the individual ego, the universe is setting a specific trap for the sovereign. It is the trap of hubris, and the mechanism of that trap is the courtier. To survive this year, you must learn to see with the eyes of the paranoia. You must learn to look at the people surrounding you, your business partners, your lieutenants, your inner circle, perhaps even your spouse, and ask the question that no king wants to ask. Which one of you is holding the knife? We are going to dissect the taxonomy of betrayal. We are going to identify the 7 specific types of false courtiers that manifest during a fire horse cycle. We will teach you how to spot them, how to test them, and how to remove them before they initiate the sacrifice. This is not cynical. This is survival. The fire horse burns everything that is not true. If your circle is made of wood, you will incinerate. If your circle is made of iron, you will endure. To understand the courtier, we must first understand the sovereign. Why do you attract them? The sovereign archetype, whether you rule a nation, a company, or a family, is defined by the emission of energy. You are a generator. You have a vision of the future that does not yet exist, and you use your will to drag that future into the present. This requires an immense amount of solar force. Because you are outputting so much energy, you have a blind spot. You cannot see your own shadow. You are looking at the horizon, at the goal, at the victory. You need people around you to handle the details, to reflect your glory, to execute your will. This creates a dependency. The king needs the court, but in a fire horse year, the energy is chaotic. It is unstable. The sovereign feels this instability. You feel the vibration in the ground. Deep down, you are anxious. You know that the stakes are higher in 2026. You know that one wrong move could destroy everything, so you crave validation. This is the crack in your armor. You crave certainty. You want someone to tell you, yes, you are right. Yes, we are winning. Yes, they are the enemy. The courtier enters through this crack. The courtier is an energy vampire who specializes in mimicking the sound of loyalty. They do not serve the vision. They serve the proximity to power. They want the warmth of the fire without the burden of carrying the wood. In 2026, the courtier is dangerous because Saturn in Aries demands a sacrifice. Saturn represents the reaper. The courtier is the one who leads the sovereign to the harvest. Let us strip away the masks. Here are the 7 types of betrayers you will face this year. The first and most common type of courtier is the mirror. The mirror has no personality of their own. They are a fluid entity. When they are with you, they are you. They adopt your mannerisms. They use your vocabulary. If you are angry, they are furious. If you are sad, they are despondent. If you have a sudden idea to pivot the entire strategy of the organization, they will tell you it is brilliance incarnate. In a normal year, the mirror is harmless, perhaps even comforting. They provide narcissistic supply. They make you feel understood. But in a firehorse year, the mirror is fatal. Why? Because the firehorse creates reality distortion fields. You, the sovereign, are already prone to delusion this year. You are running hot. You are prone to taking massive risks. You need friction. You need someone to say no. You need someone to say, that is a cliff, not a bridge. The mirror will never tell you there is a cliff. The mirror will watch you walk off the edge, and as you fall, they will simply turn and find a new face to reflect. They do not care if you survive. They only care that while you were in power, they felt powerful too. How do you spot the mirror? Test them with absurdity. In a low-stakes meeting, propose an idea that is objectively terrible, something that goes against your core values, something that makes no sense. Watch the room. The loyal lieutenant will look confused. They will push back. They will ask if you are joking. The mirror will nod. The mirror will immediately start rationalizing why this terrible idea is actually genius. Mark that person. They are not loyal to you. They are loyal to the path of least resistance. Fire them before the crisis hits. The second type is more malicious. This is the Accelerator. In Shakespeare's Othello, Iago does not stab Othello. He simply whispers. He finds the small seed of paranoia in Othello's mind and waters it. He accelerates the sovereign's worst impulses. In 2026, the atmosphere is electric. Paranoia is the baseline state of the collective consciousness. The Accelerator thrives in this static. The Accelerator is the person in your ear telling you that you are under attack. Did you see what they tweeted? Did you hear what the competition is doing? We need to strike first. We need to purge the department. They weaponize the firehorse energy. They know that you are prone to action, so they feed you reasons to act violently. They want to see the explosion. Why? Because the Accelerator is usually a nihilist. They are bored, or they are resentful of your power, and since they cannot take the throne, they want to see the throne burn. They derive a sense of godlike control from being able to steer the beast. The Accelerator is dangerous because they disguise their malice as protection. They claim to be the only one looking out for you. Everyone else is lying to you, boss. I'm the only one telling you the truth. How do you spot the Accelerator? Audit the emotional aftertaste. After you speak with this person, how do you feel? Do you feel calm and clear? Or do you feel agitated, angry, and fearful? The Accelerator deals in heat. They always bring you problems that require immediate, aggressive conflict. They isolate you from others. They tell you that your old allies are actually traitors. If there is someone in your circle who is constantly feeding you enemy intel, they are creating the enemy. They are the arsonist selling you the fire extinguisher. Remove them. and watch the peace return to your kingdom. This is the most heartbreaking betrayal and the most inevitable in a Saturnine year. The Brutus is not a bad person. In fact, they believe they are the best person in the room. They are the idealist. They are the keeper of the flame. They joined your cause because they believed in the mission. They put you on a pedestal. They viewed you not as a human being, but as an avatar of their own values. But 2026 is a year of grinding. It is a year of dirty, pragmatic survival. To navigate the fire horse chaos, the sovereign will have to make hard choices. You will have to compromise. You will have to cut costs. You will have to be ruthless. The Brutus cannot handle this. They view your pragmatism as apostasy. They view your survival instinct as a betrayal of the original vision. And because they love the cause more than they love the king, they decide that the king must die to save the cause. The Brutus betrays you with a tear in their eye. They will leak your private emails to the press for the greater good. They will stage a coup in the boardroom to restore integrity. They will justify the knife in your back by claiming they are saving your soul. How do you spot the Brutus? Look for rigidity. The Brutus lacks humor. The Brutus lacks flexibility. They speak in absolutes. They are often the ones who police the language of others in the organization. Test them with nuance. Share a complex moral dilemma where there is no right answer, only a least bad answer. See if they can tolerate the gray area. If they recoil, if they judge you for even considering the pragmatic option, you have a Brutus. In 2026, you cannot afford purists. You need navigators. The Brutus will sink the ship rather than deviate from the course by 1 degree. The operator does not care about you, and they do not care about the mission. They care about the Rolodex. You are a node in a network. To the operator, your value is defined by who you know, what doors you can open, and what leverage you provide. They are courtiers of utility. In a firehorse year, the economy is volatile. Fortunes are made and lost in months. The operator is in hyperdrive. They are looking for the exit liquidity. They are looking for the next lifeboat. They will use your brand, your reputation, and your resources to cut side deals. They will promise access to you that they cannot deliver. They will leverage your name to build their own fiefdom. The danger of the operator in 2026 is reputational contagion. Because they are reckless, they will get involved in schemes that will blow up. And when the explosion happens, your name will be on the blast radius. Saturn in Aries is the lord of karma. If your signature is next to a fraudster, Saturn does not care that you didn't know. You are the king. You are responsible for the seal of the realm. How do you spot the operator? Look at their ambition. Is their ambition aligned with the organization? Or is it perpendicular? Do they hoard contacts? Do they prevent you from meeting people directly? The operator creates bottlenecks. They want to be the bridge for everything. Bypass them. Reach out directly to the people they claim to manage. If you find confusion, if you find that deals are being made in your name that you didn't authorize, you have an operator. Expose them immediately. Every court has a fool. The jester is the one who makes light of everything. They are the cynic. They use humor to deconstruct authority. In small doses, the jester is valuable. They puncture the ego. They prevent the atmosphere from becoming too heavy. But in 2026, the jester can become a poison. The fire horse brings crisis. When the crisis hits, you need seriousness. You need focus. The toxic jester uses humor to undermine morale. When you give a speech about the difficult road ahead, the jester makes a meme about it. When you try to rally the troops, the jester rolls their eyes. They spread a cool detachment. They make it seem embarrassing to try hard. They make it seem naive to believe in the victory. This is a subtle betrayal. It is the betrayal of energy. They lower the vibrational frequency of the entire room. In a year where energy is your only currency, the Jester is an inflation event. They devalue your currency. How do you spot the Jester? Look for the person who is always too cool to care. Look for the sarcasm that has an edge of bitterness. Test them with sincerity. Have a moment of genuine, vulnerable emotion. If they mock it, if they cannot meet you in that place of seriousness, they are a liability. War requires soldiers, not hecklers. The sovereign is a source of light. The victim is a black hole. The victim is the courtier who is always in crisis. Every week, there is a new tragedy. Their health, their landlord, their ex-partner, their computer. The universe is conspiring against them. They come to you not for leadership, but for rescue. They weaponize your empathy. In 2026, you will have your own crises. You will be carrying the weight of the world. You cannot carry the weight of your courtiers too. The victim betrays you by exhaustion. They take the time and energy you should be spending on strategy, and they force you to spend it on therapy. They make you feel guilty for your success. It's okay for you, they say. You're the king. You don't understand what it's like for us. This breeds resentment in the team. The high performers see that the victim gets the most attention. They see that incompetence is rewarded with compassion. How do you spot the victim? Track the ratio of problems presented to solutions offered. The victim brings only problems. Stop rescuing them. Set a boundary. I can't solve this for you. Let me know when you have handled it. Watch the reaction. The victim will turn on you instantly. They will call you cold. They will call you a tyrant. They will go to the Brutus and tell them how cruel you are. Let them go. You are a captain, not a lifeguard. Finally, we must address the non-human courtier. The most dangerous sycophant in 2026 is your phone. We live in the era of the new city, the digital realm. The algorithms that curate your information feed are designed to be the ultimate mirror courtier. They show you exactly what you want to see. If you are anxious, they show you doom. If you are angry, they show you enemies. If you are proud, they show you worship. The algorithm creates a reality tunnel. It hides the signals you need to see, the signals of danger, of dissent, of change, and it amplifies the noise. In 2026, the sovereign who rules via the screen is ruling a fantasy land. You think you have your finger on the pulse of the people, but you only have your finger on a dopamine dispenser. The betrayal of the digital Praetorian is total. It will lull you into a false sense of security, or it will whip you into a frenzy of false rage, right up until the moment reality crashes through the window. How do you spot the digital Praetorian? You can't. You are inside it. The only way to defeat it is to disconnect. You must build an analog cabinet. You must have people who bring you raw data printed on paper, not curated by a feed. You must walk the factory floor. You must talk to the customers directly. You must touch the grass. So you are surrounded. Mirrors, accelerators, Brutuses, operators. The trap is set. The fire horse is galloping. Saturn is sharpening the scythe. How do you survive? You must invert the logic of the court. Most sovereigns try to fill the room. They try to be the loudest voice. They try to project total certainty. This is bait. To filter the courtiers, you must practice the strategy of the empty throne. Strategic silence. Stop broadcasting your intent. When you enter a meeting, Do not state your opinion first. Sit back, be quiet, let the others speak. The mirror cannot reflect you if you show them nothing. The mirror will panic in the silence. They will reveal themselves by trying to guess what you want. The Brutus will reveal their rigidity. The Accelerator will reveal their agitation. Silence is the developer fluid that reveals the photograph. The friction test. Actively promote the people who disagree with you. Find the person who says, "I think that's a mistake." In a fire horse year, the dissenter is your most valuable asset. The dissenter is the grounding wire. They are the only thing connecting you to reality. Protect the dissenter from the courtiers. The courtiers will try to kill them because the dissenter makes the courtiers look weak. Publicly reward the person who brings you bad news. This signals to the court that the game has changed. The decentralization of ego. Saturn in Aries is attacking the I am. The ultimate defense is to remove the I from the target. Make the mission about the system, not the savior. If the organization depends on your personal charisma to function, it will burn in 2026. You must build structures that work without you. You must create a clockwork kingdom. This bores the courtiers. The operator leaves because there is no glory to steal. The mirror leaves because there is no face to reflect. The accelerator leaves because the system is too stable to crash. The inner ring. You need a Praetorian guard, but it must be small. 3 people, maybe 4. These people must have Saturnine qualities. They should be older, or at least older in spirit. They should be boring. They should have their own lives, their own money, and their own status independent of you. They should be people who can walk away. The only person you can trust is the person who does not need you. The final warning. History is a graveyard of kings who loved flattery more than truth. Napoleon surrounded himself with marshals who feared to tell him the truth about the Russian winter. Nixon surrounded himself with men who would break the law to please him. Bankman Fried surrounded himself with a polycule of enablers who told him math didn't apply to him. The fire horse does not care about your title. It does not care about your past victories. It acts as a solvent. It melts the glue that holds false structures together. In 2026, you will be betrayed. It is written in the geometry of the year. Someone close to you will turn. If you are blind, this betrayal will be your end. It will be the thunderbolt that Nostradamus warned of. But if you are prescient, if you have audited your circle, if you have removed the mirrors and the accelerators, then the betrayal will not be a tragedy. It will be a shedding of skin. It will be the moment the parasite falls off, leaving the lion lighter, faster, and more dangerous than before. Look at your circle. Look at them closely. Listen to the music of their praise. Is it a symphony? Or is it a siren song? Cut the dead wood, bar the gates, rule from the shadows. This is the sovereign's mandate. This is prescient. We are watching. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Otherwise, we may never see each other again. See you again soon, dear viewer.